Hello BookTube, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel Under the Radar Books, and today I'm going to be doing a book review. I'm going to be reviewing Gold Fame Citrus by Claire Vaye Watkins, and I just finished this about a week ago and I kind of wanted to let it settle and see if my opinion changed at all or if it stayed the same. And I had really high hopes for this book. I had heard so much about it. They talk about it on Book Riot a lot, which I love to listen to their podcasts and look at their website, and so I know a lot of booktubers have hauled it recently. And I was really excited to get to it, and the cover is gorgeous. I stumbled across it at my library and thought I would give it a try. And I have to say, unfortunately, I was pretty disappointed in this book. In the end, think I gave it a 2.5 stars out of 5. It started out really strong, and it's a really good concept. And if you don't know what this is about, it is about a couple who is trying to survive in a extreme drought in the southwestern United States, and the main character's name is L-U-Z. I think I pronounced it Luz. I don't know. I'm not sure how to say it, but this couple that you follow, her boyfriend's name is Ray, and they're living in California in some big mansion that belonged to a very rich woman, and they are basically trying to stay alive through this drought. And in the beginning, you just kind of follow their lifestyle and learn more about what has happened to the earth. And they end up going to some type of festival where everyone is, kind of reminds me of like, you know, the slums or something. Very dangerous, lots of crime. And they're trying to buy, it's almost like a black market type situation where you trade and spend money on things that are really hard to come by, including water, including fruit, things like that, that because of the drought are really difficult to get where they are living. And as far as I know, the rest of the world and certain parts of the United States have survived the drought and are not suffering, but these people are being forced to live. Basically, if you don't have enough money, you're being forced to live in this drought area. And at this festival, Ray and Liz come across a small child, a little girl. She's probably 1.5 or 2 years old, and she's with this gang of people that just are drinking and don't seem like they're very nice people. And so they actually decide to take the little girl for themselves and keep her. And through this, they actually end up getting this group of people coming after them, and so they decide to flee the area so that they don't get killed or in any type of confrontation with this other group of people. So the couple and this young child, who they name Ig, or I guess she names herself Ig because that's one of the only things she can say, they get a car and try to escape from this evil clan of people, and they head towards the very center of the drought, where there's like this giant dune sea, and it is pretty much spreading and taking over the surrounding areas. And so this huge sand desert has just overtaken all of the civilization in this area. So all these buildings and everything are covered up, and it's really fascinating because overnight the dune will move and then something will be uncovered for just like a day, and so they'll go and scavenge the area and take what they can take, and then overnight the dune recovers the area. So that part was really fascinating to me. Like I said, this had a really good start. It was really quick in the beginning. I liked the writing style, but after they get to this dune sea, they get separated somehow. I'm not gonna say too much. I want this to be spoiler free, but they get separated, and Luz and Ig end up with this settlement, this very cult-like settlement where there's a man in charge. And this is where the book completely lost me, because it got very sexual and the cult is very male dominated, and it just got really bizarre, and I felt like a lot of it wasn't necessary to the story. I understand that the author was really trying to use an interesting writing style. It's very postmodern, and there's lots of rambling train of thought like sentences, and it's not that I don't like that type of writing style, because I have read it before and I have enjoyed it. It's just, it felt very disjointed. It felt like it didn't go with the story. It felt very out of place, and there were many times that I thought about DNFing this book, but I really wanted to see what happened in the end. I was curious to see where the ending went, and I actually did like the ending. It was very powerful. But as far as the cult went and the sexual parts, I just was not a fan of that at all. And it frankly made me feel very uncomfortable. And yeah, like I said, I did not think that it was necessary to the storyline. The author's point in this book, I think, was to try to make a shocking point of view known about the way that we could be going if we don't take care of the earth. And I think she was trying to make a lot of environmental and political statements, which I can appreciate. But I think that they were lost in a lot of parts, at least for me personally as a reader. And I can definitely appreciate where she was trying to go with it, but it just didn't quite connect for me as a whole. And I wouldn't say that I wouldn't recommend this book. I think that a lot of people will like it, and I can see why people did enjoy it. I just don't think that it was for me personally. I think that maybe where this lost me was just that I had such high hopes for it, and I had heard that it was compared to Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, which was one of my favorite reads of 2015. And I can see the similarities in some parts where there is this disaster that has taken place in the world, but instead of focusing on the disaster, the focus is on humanity and the characters and how they deal with the disaster. So I did appreciate that, but I think I just had really high hopes for it, and it just fell short of what I was expecting. So, like I said, please comment down below. Let me know if you guys want to read this, if you have read it. I'm really interested to have a chat about it, and fellow booktubers who hold this, I would love to see what you guys think about it when you get to it. So please send me a comment or chat so that we can discuss this book together. So thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I really hope you are having happy holidays, and I will talk to you soon. Happy reading.